The Copperfest celebration, which really got underway Thursday night with the carnival at 4 o'clock, and yesterday it all got underway at the carnival at 4 o'clock, and the truck pull yesterday evening out at the city docks, and we'll go through some of that stuff that's happening yet today as far as the Copperfest, in case you're from out of town or you might be driving through, or maybe you want to stop, or you're just listening, because there's things going on all day today and tomorrow. The parade is just part of it. My list, Dorothy, says that there are about 72 entries in today's Copperfest parade. That's not bad.
No, usually there's more than 72 because somebody comes along at the last minute.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out just what's going to happen. And we're going to start out by what you hear in the background. And that's the Oconto's finest police department. And they're slowly leading the parade, and they're almost within where we're at now. There are a series of 5 judges here that are judging this for several different entries. And I'll mention right now for the radio listeners that about sometime after 12:30, the results of the parade will be available. Bill Borneman said he's going to take them over to Larry Walters, who will be broadcasting after we're done here from the flea market over by Brothers 3. And he will be announcing on the air at that time the winners of the parade. Our parade judges are actually Judge Larry Jeske, the judge here in Oconto County, Becky Pagel, Becky's with the library, Sally Barta, the principal at Holy Trinity School, Vicki Bosted, and Colleen Messenger, who is with the Oconto County Reporter. And we have the police in front of us right now, just going by, followed by the Honor Guard. And it says parade sponsored by Oconto Retail Business Association. And there we go, a tip of the hat there for our people marching by with Old Glory and the American Legion. Coming up behind should be the parade Grand Marshal, Mr. Leon Bond. And coming by in what is approximately a 1953-54 Ford.
That's his.
And that is his. Mr. Bond, the parade Grand Marshal. Mayor Bake is following him. That was Oconto Veterans Color Guard that was up in front. Mayor and Mrs. Bake is following him, and they're not walking, they're riding in the car. That's the easy way out. Disabled American Veterans, Oconto County, chapter number 45, following this, and I think we are already out of line by some amount. The World War I, II, the Korean conflict, the Vietnam War, and all other wars and conflicts, may they rest in peace. And they have flags and crosses for all of those. Gold Star mothers, including Anna Warshi, who has walked in about every parade throughout all of this.
And sometimes 2 parades.
Hello, Anna. And sometimes 2 parades is exactly right, in one day. But she cannot walk in these anymore. She really has to ride. And if she was down here, I would get a big hug from her, as I always do.
On top of all, they're forcing her to ride. She would try to walk.
She would try to walk. Toby Roth, Congressman Toby Roth is walking. And I don't know if we can get a comment from Toby. Hey, Toby, can we get a comment from you?
Free mic.
Hey, what a great day for the parade today. Golly, and it's a huge turnout, just marvelous. Nice to be here in Oconto.
Very good. Thanks, Toby. Toby Roth never passes up the chance to say hello when he gets a chance to. Toby Roth just gave a big hug to one of my grandsons. To Matthew, yes.
Up here comes John and family.
John, they had roller things that they went on. I'm trying to think of what they used to call it. Skateboards with rollers, but this time they're riding in the boats as they go through. And this will be the Skiing Patriots, and they will be putting on several performances.
Oh, nice wave.
And of course, they're all pretty as well too. Behind that,
they should have had 3.
well, there's only 2 in here. We have pizza, steak, chicken, fish, all of that together. Oh, and the tech party. Let's listen. This is the Brothers 3. Steak, chicken, fish, catering, and all the rest. The Brothers 3. Our best It's Copperfest is the slogan for this year's 11th annual Copperfest celebration, and that was picked by Judy Getz. She's from Oconto Falls. Our best It's Copperfest. That's the slogan. Now, coming up behind that is La Fortune Auction and Realty, and look at the stuff they've got on. They're pulling 2 hay wagons filled with stuff. It says auction today at noon next to Matravers Hardware. Everything on wagons and more to be sold to the highest bidder. And this is Don La Fortune, Auction and Realty. He's even got the auction chant going on. And there's all kinds of stuff on the back of that. It looks like a typical auction. I see a hatchet, some tables and chairs, and everything you can imagine on there. That'll be auctioned off. Behind that is the 41 auction, the 41 Auto Truck Stop and Superwash, and they're pulling a hay wagon that's all decked out with the Copperfest Queen. The Queens, all of the Queens. And I don't have their names in front of me, so I can't tell you who all of them are. Mandy Free, she is the Queen. Heather Wilson is the second runner-up. First runner-up is Jennifer Sandberg. And Juanelle Trepanier is, I think, last year's Queen. The Oconto County Historical Society, Fire Home Museum, and they have one of their cars with them, and all the people inside are decked out, and I don't suppose there's air conditioning inside that car. Did you notice on that car, Dorothy, how little the windows are?
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds, I never noticed that until now. Judy Hyder and Donna McDonald's 20-year employees at Riverside Nursing Center coming up next. And this is their slogan for the Riverside on this heart that they have all over. We put our hearts into our home, Riverside Nursing Center. And they have a red and white float with a kind of a roof over the top of it and a heart inside of that with that slogan being drawn by behind.
Young man dropped his whole ice chest to pop in the middle of the road, and they're just cheering him on.
Oh, no.
What an embarrassing moment.
Yeah, they told a story of a few years ago where they had an ice cream truck back here, and the guy didn't sell hardly any ice cream bars, and when he left, they had a lightning strike on the tower up here. It burned the wires coming into the truck. They couldn't get into it. They didn't know how to get a hold of him. When he came the next day, half of it was melted. And it was really a sad thing, but it, you know. This will be the Highlanders, I think, isn't it? The Clan Gathering Pipe Band coming up. And there's a little bit of a delay on there, probably because they had to pick up all the soda off of the street.
No,
but it's a normal break.
Yeah, the kids got them out, so.
I like to see little breaks in the parade when they come so fast by you that it's really difficult. This is, for someone who tuned in, the 11th annual Copperfest Parade on Main Street, downtown Oconto, and it's going from Park Avenue all the way down to Highway 41. Let's listen to the clans. That's the Clan Gathering Band out of Peshtigo, and they did a half step as they went on by and played the pipe band. And playing those pipe bands takes a lot of air. keep those drones going all the time.
Yeah, but once you got them full, isn't it? That's the hard part.
That's the
once
hard
you got
part.
them pumped up, it's just a small blast of air keeps them going, doesn't it?
Yes, that helps a lot. Did you notice also, as they were playing, the drummers in the front, they'd hit the thump and then they'd spin the
Right.
yeah, and then hit it again.
When
And
my
it was,
mother used to hand me those to wash bottles with, I used to say, that's for playing drums with.
yeah. Well, they did pretty well. We have some horses coming on by right now and holding various flags, including that of the United States. And pretty horses, they are at that.
Oh, he's a testy little one.
Yeah, this one here's a little frisky, but wants to go. Takes a lot of training.
And it's got to be hot out there for him.
That too, and all of the people and the noise.
Yeah.
40 years of excellence, 1956, 16-inch cruiser, 30 horsepower Evinrude Lark is what it says. Division of KCS International, formerly Cruisers. And now there is probably getting closer to what we can afford. It's getting closer, Dorothy. That size of boat.
Yes.
That wouldn't be bad. That'd be
That'd
nice.
be a nice one.
I would like that. I think I'd
That'd
really
be
like that
considered
size.
more of a fishing, wouldn't it?
Oh no, we'd have a ball in that. I think.
said it's considered a fishing boat.
Yeah, fishing boat, but we'd have a ball with that. This is the larger size of the cruiser's line coming on, which is all white. The other one had a natural wooden finish, varnished wood finish there. Really, really pretty with a white on the outside. Like it looks like a wood, but I'm sure it's fiberglass. All right. They have the names on the back of these, so I always have a hard time.
Zion Lutheran.
Zion Lutheran Church, it says Jesus loves kids, and it's decorated out real well. They have a person dressed obviously as Jesus and a lot of kids on the front. It looks like Mary on the front, and they have bales of hay, and they're all sitting on that and decorated in colors, and it's really pretty. It says, remember the Sabbath day, do not kill. They have all of the commandments on the kids are carrying with them, the 10 commandments. Behind that it says the Oconto Garden Club. Remember we talked to them? And it has all sorts of garden things and a big, what is that called? A sprinkling can with, it looks like water would be coming down out of that into the garden. And behind all of that is been here for 11 years now, and that's Brother Ed. And he's walking through carrying the cross. And he has been here for 11 years, I'm sure, doing that. We checked back through the tapes. They're all throwing candy, and one of the things, it's always been discouraged about throwing candy from cars.
But I thought it was even a rule that you couldn't do that. You had to get out there for the city.
Yeah. But they're doing it anyway.
Yeah,
it always happens.
I think they've got to bring that back to too many little ones getting out there and getting hurt.
That's the problem where people try to go out after it.
Mary!
This is Bamer's Ace Hardware, plumbing and heating coming by, and they have a car fitted up. Look at the tires on that, Dorothy.
Yeah,
for
with
ice.
spikes.
It's for ice racing, which
Ice
of course,
racing?
yeah, which doesn't work worth a darn right now. But they put those big bolts in there, and they can tear those up in one race.
The
For all of
bolts or
that.
the tires?
The tires, the bolts will rip right out of it, and the tires and the whole works. They can rip them up in a race. But and that must be a winner because they've got the trophy up on top. I don't know if it says anything down. Base Hardware, what does it say? Oh, it just says floats, okay. What do we have behind us, Doris?
It says Joyce's Bar Truckle. I don't know if this is
Skippers, I think.
Skippers.
Skippers, a barrel of fun, it says. And they have a big semi in here coming through. A beautiful red cab and white all the way back. It doesn't show up at all in here, huh?
I'm not saying that. I don't know where to look for it.
Yeah. They wrote wherever there was a semi, they wrote, oh, they didn't either. Okay.
No.
All right. When we get a little closer, we'll be able to see what it says on the side here. Skipper's Barrel of Fun,
It says Skipper's Barrel of Fun.
Bratson Burgers, Italian hot beef. They're making me hungry already. Italian sausage. And they have a loud horn. I know that for sure. The truck, the tractor for this is owned by Tom and Mary Woodcup of Oconto.
Oh, look
Look
at
at
the car.
this. Now there is the old family car. It's probably the original station wagon. It is covered all the way back. It has 3 rows of seats in it at least. It'd be built like a truck. And you know, this would be very practical. It's all, you know, the top is all made of wood, varnished wood. And it says, there's a mother-in-law in the back.
And her husband.
And a husband, yes. The mother-in-law and the husband
He
get
must
the
have been
trailer.
too mouthy.
It says 4 generations and it's something family. Move the leg there. What does it say underneath that? It says the family, okay. And it looks like they're traveling. They got the state on the outside, their pitchfork and place for your clothes and everything else on there. The truck on the back.
And the chicken. What's in the? Is it a chicken or a rabbit?
Chickens or rabbits in the cage on the back.
It's a chicken.
And a jug of moonshine. That's a neat wagon. Somebody just talked about that before, what they used to name that. But
No.
this is part of some collector cars, I think, might be part of that.
The number on the front.
That might be part of the collector's cars that's listed up there. I'm not sure.
I wouldn't.
We have a Ford Fairlane here, and I think a few of these others. These are all older but extremely well-preserved cars that could date very easily back into the 50s and 60s. Really good-looking cars. We don't know anything more about it than that. But all convertibles, and looks like they've been all, this is TNT Residential Care Facility, 532 Main Street in Ocado, Tom and Terry Michaels. And it's the back of a truck. They have an angel and some kids and a lot of candy. Lots and lots of candy. We have some here, but if I ate that, I wouldn't be able to talk anymore. Here comes Scott Paper Company, as always. I think they've been in every parade so far, and handing out paper towels. Totally lost the place here, someplace. Scott Paper Company with their traditional, this time an open truck. Sometimes they used to have the big semis. They open in the back. This is where we get our singular roll of paper that has to last us until next year.
No, ours last one lasted 2 years.
And they have a group of Scott employees in the back just passing out rolls of paper towel. Hey, there we go. we have our roll now to last us until next year. Okay, let me get my soda that you knocked over in the back.
Sorry.
It's okay. Thanks, Ma. The 11th annual Copperfest Parade, downtown Ocado, right here on WOCO AM and Stereo FM, Ocado, Wisconsin. And I would say estimated thousands of people lining this route from one end of town to the other. Wayne's, is it soup yet? And they have here some raw chickens, and they're cutting up the chickens up here on the butcher board, and they're making chicken soup from Wayne's family restaurant, and they're throwing away chicken parts. So, well, not really, folks. I do have to tell that out. But this is pretty good. This is neat. And they're throwing the rest of the chicken as it is right into a big pot in the back there. Yeah. And it looks like there's steam coming out of it too. And they have raw chickens on the front. The second annual pie eating contest at 3 o'clock Saturday afternoon. And here's Wayne's. I call it the mother-in-law car because that's where the mother-in-law sits in the back. Yes. Where they can, you know, the whole works. Wayne's Family Restaurant, Highway 41 in Ocado. Coming up next now is the Shriners Super Cycle. And on that cycle, we've counted it before, I don't remember, but there's a lot of bicyclists, but I've always found one missing. Sponsored by Rose Chirapata Funeral Home, and there's Ackerman Medical Transfer at the same time, and didn't make it. Bad throw.
Come on, Michael!
All the way up here. Ah. Trying to throw some candy up this direction. Mike McDonald. Okay, here comes the Shriners cycle coming up behind us right now. And this is the bicycle. It's split in half, and it has a whole batch of people all pumping. And they're all there as Shriners. Shriners are an organization that does some worthwhile things for children's and children's hospitals all across our nation, and of course here in Wisconsin. And this is the Beja Shrine Temples. And there they are, all pumping away, and they got a few extra places.
20 with 3 missing.
20 with 3 missing. And there's a Shriners Hospital on the back. They're pulling it along. Well, they got room for you, Dorothy.
I'll be there.
Get in there and start a pedaling. You know, with all those people pedaling, it shouldn't be very hard to keep it going.
Yeah, but they're not all pedaling at the same, you know.
Well, they're just hooked together by chains, so it works out that way. That bicycle is stored in this large trailer behind us. The Beja Temple from Green Bay, the Friendly Temple. Shrine Clubs of Appleton, Green Bay, Intercity, Oconto Peninsula, Shawano, and Twin City. Behind us, the Sheboygan Youth Band. Coming up.
First National Bank.
First National Bank, of course, sponsoring this. Fire engine. Listen to the Sheboygan Youth Band, sponsored by the First National Bank of Wisconsin, Oconto.
Hi, Sharon.
The Sheboygan Youth Band, been here in every parade that I can remember. They're great. Look at this truck here. What is this? It says Tide on it. It's a boat sponsored by Thompson
It's a
Boats.
Tide hydroplane boat. It's a boat.
It's an actual, honest-to-goodness boat.
Yeah, Mark asked for a ride, and they said no. They would bring it into the parade, but he could not have a ride in it.
Wow, isn't this
It
something?
costs quite a bit to bring it in here.
I'll bet. This is beautiful. It looks like it's sponsored by Tide, and it's orange, yellow, and silver and white. It looks like it's jet-powered. It looks like a hydroplane.
The river.
It says, please look, don't touch. It does have a propeller to get it going, but I have a funny feeling there's also a jet on the back of that thing that makes it really move. That is a beautiful, beautiful boat. Little League Baseball coming up in a troop carrier with the American Legion on the front. Little League Baseball. Sponsored by the American Legion Post 74. This is Z Cheese Shop. And they have on top of the vehicle a box with 2 mice. And it says Wisconsin. Whoa. It says, I don't know where that squealing of tires was at.
Right
but
behind us.
Wisconsin cheese there and some mice on top of it at the same time. Hi, Gary. Very good. Okay.
See that shirt?
Gary just yelled out, if you didn't hear it, we can hear you very well. And this is North Shore Bank coming through, and they have the kids coming along, and they've got candy, and what else? And it says you can bank on us. And I'll tell you what, for those kids down in the parade along here are making a haul in candy.
Yes.
Yeah, they're really doing well. And we have a little piggy here or something. Is that or doggy or what is
Yeah.
that?
Little piggy.
Little piggy for North Shore Bank bag and giving away some candy as they go along. And who is this behind in this car?
Candy Exford.
Okay, Miss Wisconsin candidate, Candy Expert. Very pretty outfit, white and black.
Smile. Smile at your uncle.
Behind us we have Nichols Farms and we have a team of two beautiful black horses, large hoofs, and pulling a wagon.
And what is he going to do this year?
I don't know.
Get up.
Gonna stand up? In a nice little wagon. Beautiful horses. Come on along. Join the Ark Parade. First American Lutheran Church. Okay, join the Ark Parade. This is the Ark, and they have an ark on top of the float, and they have animals all around the ark. That's good. First American Lutheran Church. Now, this is the Roadrunners, also at the shrine. And these are the ones that sit right next to the ground. And they just skim the ground. The Roadrunners, huh?
I wonder why Don Glynn wasn't up on the float. He's out with the Shriners.
He's out with the Shriners, yes. Yeah. Well, that's why he's not a judge this time, too.
That's right.
Yeah, because he always used to be a judge. The Roadrunners Parade Unit. Beep, beep. Okay. And there's one inside there, too.
In case one breaks down.
Is that what it is? Yeah. Okay. The Shriners put on quite a show, and they have a lot of fun. And they put on they go out to gain a lot of money, again, for the Shrine hospitals. And they take kids in, burn victims and that, and there is no charge. They do not charge for that. Little Miss and Court.
Kiwanis, Little Miss Peanut.
Little Miss Peanut and Court, okay. And behind them also, they have all little peanuts on little girls on this shrine. Look her in there, on the throne. I don't know what her name is. Do you have her name? No.
Hi, Cindy. Oh, you're supposed to be walking.
All in pink with a heart behind it, and all the girls in pink. And behind that is this wooden car always that we have seen, I think, at all 11 parades. He's backing up the wooden wheels, the whole works. Gunner's Bar, I'm sure, is what
No,
this
Tony's.
Tony's Bar. That's it, Tony's Bar. Okay. And it's made all of wood. The wheels are nothing, not even close to being round. And they're not good ears, they're wood ears. Four-wheel drive yet? I was waiting for it to backfire.
There's no fear on his coat.
There's still leaves growing on the wood yet.
He's got his
And I hate to tell you what they're using.
slingshot back there.
This swing shot, the one I want to tell you what the swing shot is.
Yeah.
Tony's Bar, all made of wood, including the Woodier tires. Here's a 29 Pontiac. Dougie Bake is driving that. And that's sponsored by the class of 45.
Oh, no.
Okay, this has got to be, this is all spas here. Bucky's Spas, Okano. Do the girls come with the spas, Dorothy? There's water in there.
There's water in there.
And there's 4, 5 girls in bathing suits win this spa, and that spa is running. There is is bubbling in there. Oh, he's go to it. I didn't see the front of it at all. I'm not sure whose this is. He's pulling it ahead. It's got an old truck, and he's trying to clean it up. And he couldn't polish that truck if he had to. And he's gonna run back in. What does it say on the back, Dorothy?
Gunners.
Sports Bar.
Yeah.
Gunners, Sports Bar and Grill. This is ATV Power Sports, and this is the one where they've got the ATV, the four-wheeler, and it's pulling together, pulling along a whole group of barrels with wheels. The barrels have been cut out so kids can go into it and stay there and ride along. And they have all kinds of people sponsoring that in the back. So they're pulling this along. It goes like a big caterpillar, it looks like.
Yeah, right.
And each one of those barrels are in a different color, from reds to purples to yellows to greens. A big caterpillar. Schrader Oil coming up now with their oil truck. And behind that will be the Okano Lions Club float. So this is Schrader Oil and Excavating. This guy's our neighbor from just down the road from us. Okano Lions Club, serving Okano for 39 years. Wisconsin Lions Cap, the Quest program, the Eyeglasses program, you name it. The Lions Club has been involved in a lot of this and is involved in a lot of this. And there's a lion back there. It's done up in the lion colors of yellow and yellow, orange, and purple. And the lion falling asleep on the back of the float. Okano Lions Club. We have another car in the parade without a name. A Stingray. That's a nice family car, Dorothy.
Right.
Room for 2. Davis Agency, I believe, is sponsoring this. They've got We Get Results and for sale, or sold signs on the truck. And a large semi with a loud horn.
Beep, beep.
Yeah. You got that down pretty good, huh?
Well, there used to be two. One followed the other. One would start it, and the other one would answer.
Oh, yeah, right. If you just tuned in, you're listening to, it's about 11:30 almost. This is WOCO AM and Stereo FM, Okano, Wisconsin. Oh, that's that Stingray just picking up, doing wheelies. Slow lull in the parade. And we have a float coming through, and I can see balloons on it. It looks like there's music on it. It looks like it's Wagner Shell. That's what it looks like from here. And they have a football motif. They have cheerleaders and the goal posts. There's some music with it. And balloons! Yellow and red balloons, all going up. And there they go, saluting Okano. I could plug also the, it's pulled by a truck from Augustine, vehicles Pontiac and GMC, and we have, well, I don't know if those are all registered cheerleaders on there. Let's listen to the music on there as they go on by. Football players, cheerleaders. Yeah. bubble gum, okay. Score a touchdown with Wagner Shell. You make a difference. Right behind that is Ralph's Auto Salvage. Main Event Sports Bar and Grill is all written on the side of this, painted by Quality Auto Body of Abrams. Quality Auto Body of Abrams. Did a nice job on that truck too. I like that color. Says hi, Mom, on there. Grandma Phil. They're carrying a car carrier behind them is what they're doing with a car that looks like a racer car. All taken care of. And I imagine after a race they may have to work on that at the auto body again. Breakfast on the Farm, June 21st at the Kurt and Jean Suring and Sons of Suring, Wisconsin. Shannon Celine, Oconto County Dairy Queen. Milk's got more, it says. I think they're giving, they may have cheese packs too. Yeah, little packs of cheese. Where's our cheese? There we go.
All right.
All right, hey.
He shared with Stephen. Mary.
We've got some cheese to go with that. Drink milk for a healthy start, healthy self. Jim Weddle with Morning Glory Farms. As his truck, 15 years of service and still going. Usually they have string cheese. What have they got this time?
Doreen.
They've got mild Wisconsin cheddar cheese. Oconto County Dairy Promotions supplying the cheese for that. Coming up is a horse-drawn, pony-drawn. Look at this, Dorothy. Yeah, look at the horse is being led by. They have like a big piece of cheese or something in front of him. Kathy's Cakery of Lena. They have a slice of cake in front of the horse so that the horse follows the cake. That's Kathy's Cakery of Lena for weddings and birthdays. They have a large decorated cake on top of the float. Now they have a little surrey, and then they're hauling a wagon with the cake on the back. That's real pretty. Behind that is Quality Exteriors and Siding, and they have windows and that on the back of a trailer. And they have candy as well. They have siding on that that make it look like there's siding on the side of it, and then they have windows. Why Seasonals Vinyl? The Blue Notes Band is coming up, and the Blue Notes are from where, Dorothy? This is the drum and bugle corps that we were talking about before. Listen. Oh, they're going to stop right at 12. Here we go. This is the one from Ishpeming, Michigan. The Blue Notes Drum and Bugle Corps. They're just coming from Ishpeming, Michigan in their red, white, and blue outfits. Just beautiful looking with the outfits that they have with plumes on their red plumes on their blue hats. They're going to be doing several shows today, and I think tomorrow. I'll check that schedule for you, but let's listen as they go by. See if they're going to play once again. They'll be doing shows today, not tomorrow, as I can see here. Play something as they went by, but they're right in between.
I thought they were a group of younger people. They're not.
They're not kids. This is an older group.
This is an older group.
said, I was hoping as they passed the judges stand, they would have played a song for us. They're kind of held up right now. They're going to play now, but they're down the road a piece. NEW Credit Union of Oconto Falls going by, and they have a float that says Credit Unions, a world of difference. And they have signs or little flags from all over the world on the back of the float. 2 horses coming on by now. One's a spotted, one's a black. And behind that we have 2 trucks being on carriers. And we'll find out where they're from. I'm not sure where this float is from. On a Stitch painting? Okay, Harry's Stitch painting. And they have 2 trucks that they're carrying behind it that have all been fixed up and repainted. And looks pretty good. Harry's Stitch painting. We have a little bit of a pause again as they go by. Too bad they couldn't have that pause with the band in front of us, huh? And a little bit of painting, or a little bit of a playing on the way through. As we go through, just the names of the people who've been bringing this to you. Davidson Printing of Oconto. Dr. Matthew Carbon. Worcester Barth Motors. I knocked my soda over here. Try to page through this. Dam Kohler Chemical, Electrical Service and Supplies. I just want to give them credit as we go through here. Oconto Pharmacy, Classic Flowers, and Bayland Telephone of Abrams. All bringing you this program today, and have been telling you all week that this is the place you ought to be, and thousands of people have listened because they're here. This is the 11th annual Copperfest Parade, and you're listening to it on WOCO AM and Stereo FM in Oconto, Wisconsin. And let me see if I can find out when the Blue Notes are going to be performing. Real quickly here, if I look down my line here, Drum and Bugle Corps, 1 o'clock this afternoon, and they're going to be right behind the carnival area out here. They'll be performing at 1 o'clock this afternoon, and again at 3 o'clock this afternoon, they'll perform. I think those are the only 2 times as I see down my list. So the 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock down by the carnival, look for the water tank. You'll count them back there and you'll find them all. The carnival's back there as well as what they'll be. Jicka Livestock. Now, I don't think they haul livestock in this truck, though.
I don't think so.
We buy, sell, or trade. If you need a haul, give us a call. Call John or Bob. Jicka Livestock. Followed by an old black truck. You know, I can never forget what Henry Ford used to say: you can have any color car you want to as long as it's black. Cushionette Construction. Home building and remodeling, garages, roofing, siding. It's a 1938 Dodge owned by Herb Lohberger, collector of Oconto. 1956 Chevrolet, part of the Lohberger collection. 66 Chevrolet. 1966 Chevrolet. You say we had a 56 Chevrolet. You remember?
Yes.
Midlight modulators. Channel 18. That's what I thought I heard, was a CB rig going in the background. And they've got a CB unit operating in the back of a truck there. You can hear them going, Channel 18. First Presbyterian Church. We're having a banner year, come join us. And they have all sorts of banners on the back of this float. Really neat colored banners of all colors and different varieties and meanings to the banners, which I couldn't possibly even begin to talk to you about right now. Put on by the First Presbyterian Church in Oconto. Diamond P Campers, truck accessories. Campers and truck accessories. Steve Stock Construction with their truck and trailer. In another station wagon, or a station wagon, convertible. I had a red and black convertible.
We won't discuss it.
A 1947 Studebaker, red convertible. It was my first car.
I know.
You remember that?
Well, when I started going with you, it was out behind the trees and your mother wouldn't allow it to be moved. I wonder why.
I had a blown engine in it.
Even if it didn't.
The bait shop. The bait shop. And we have bait on the back of a truck and some guys ready to go fishing. They got their waders on and everything. The bait shop, East Main Street in Oconto. Bay Lakes Cooperative of Oconto coming here with compressed gas, propane, and all of the other, some of the other services that the Bay Lakes Cooperative of Oconto Falls and Coleman have. Bausch Well and Pump Water Systems, ready to drill your well. You need water, they'll make a hole in the ground and get you water.
There's, look at that convertible quick.
You got a beautiful looking gold convertible there. Some of the collectors of cars coming on by.
Oh, hi, Ed. That's Eddie Young.
Ed Young, yeah. Mother-in-law, yeah. Mother-in-law cars, I love those. Some of those old cars look pretty good. Nichols? Tom Joy and Son Trucking, who loves to blow the horn all the way down the line. And a semi-tractor. Tom Joy and Son, Pound, Wisconsin, it says on the back. And all of them got loads and loads of candy for the kids. We didn't do too bad either, Doris. We've got some cheese and candy here and bubblegum.
Bubblegum.
Jansen Real Estate. Van Jensen Real Estate. Have a house on the back of a trailer. It probably says either for sale or sold. I don't know which. We'll have to look on the back here as it goes on by. Oconto's finest. Thinking of selling, let Van Jansen Real Estate do the work, it says on the back. 1947 fire engine. Oconto #1 fire department. And we also have the Oconto ladder truck, or the one with a tall ladder. What do they call that?
It's a pumper, isn't it?
No, the one behind. This is the pumper, 47. One with the large ladder truck on the back.
Ladder truck.
Now that's a real siren. No electronics there. From the old to the 1987 Oconto Fire Department that can reach up and get the tall buildings and the ladders and everything that go with it. Engine #5, it says on the back, and that's driven by probably my copy, from the looks of it, through the front. And I think this is going to finish, I think this finishes up our parade, doesn't it?
Yep.
Coming right behind that is Larry Walters. Oh no, he's not part of the parade. But I believe that's the end of our parade. Dentist on Superior Avenue accepting new patients. Maybe Dolly needs to go over to, no, I guess not. Electrical service and supplies on that was Esther Zach, really. Electrical service and supplies on Michigan Avenue in Oconto. For the best in commercial, industrial, and residential wiring, call Electrical Service and Supplies in Oconto. Dam Kohler Chemical and Paper Distributors on Van Dyke Street in Oconto. When looking for paper products for your home or business, go to Dam Kohler Chemical and Paper.